Thanks, Jody. We're on our way to the Roswell Commercial Branch for our second field trip. We're going to talk about how to spin our triple guarantee. So let's go. Morning, guys. How are we?
Good morning.
Things are good?
Great.
I see an old friend, Tim Tarantello. You guys remember Tim Tarantello from the Selling Better Business Live? Tim's our region sales manager here in the Southern Commercial region, so congratulations on your promotion. It's great to see you again. I thought what we would talk about today, if it makes some sense to you guys, is really how to kind of overcome what I believe is our number one real objection. You know, we talk about price being an objection, but I think really what it comes down to is that status quo, the fact that the customer isn't ready to change yet, particularly in about 80 to 85% of the business that you guys are going to be out there selling is going to be creative, to where the customer hasn't called us, you know, they haven't asked you to come fix a problem that the other company couldn't fix, but you've been very diligent in your prospecting, you've gotten an audience with them, and you've got a chance to go in and do the inspection. So for our little talk this morning, we're going to kind of just talk about a summation of it. So you've been in already, you worked your tail off to get the appointment. You've gone in, you've already done a really wonderful inspection, right? You've done a killer inspection. You've uncovered a few pain points that you've shared with the customer. You've kind of already rolled through your solutions on your iPad. You know, you've kind of rolled through all the fixes, and you got some buy-in with the customer along the way, saying, yeah, I get it. Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. I like this. So you're at that point now where you've kind of shared your solution. They're kind of on board. They're nodding their head a little bit, but you don't have them ready to go yet. So you got to do two things, right? You got to lay some numbers on them, right? You got to give them some triple option pricing at the end of your presentation. But before you do that, I'd like you to do a couple of things. I'd like you to really lean on that triple guarantee that we have, to really hammer home why it's going to be safe for them to switch vendors. Again, they didn't call us. They're in that state of mind. And I think we always have that in the back of their mind that, you know, change is going to be difficult. To change vendors is never easy. You're going to have to introduce a new guy to their entire staff. You got to get a new comfort level with a new technician. You know, you don't know, you know, is Orkin really going to be better than who I already have? You know, is it worth changing? So you've built some value, and I think with a lot of our creative proposals, you guys have done that. But how do we push them over the edge and tell them, hey, you're okay coming over to us? I think there's three ways you do it, and obviously the triple guarantee. The first one, again, status quo, I think, is our number one hurdle. You know, they already have somebody, right? That's the thing you face every day of your lives. Already have somebody, be it on the phone, be it whatever. Status quo is your biggest objection. Certainly first in your guarantee, the way that it lays out, even before you jump into it. What I like to do sometimes, even with the guarantee, is let me talk about the fine print first, right? And talk about the fine print. So you basically tell them, look, we ask you to do a bunch of things. We've already covered some of the sanitation issues we've asked you to fix. If you do those and you pay your bill, our guarantee kicks in after 60 days. And basically what it says, the first stage of the guarantee is the 224 response. You guys are all familiar with that. You know, you call the office, we respond within 2 hours, and we're contractually obligated to be on site within 24. So that's the first thing you spin that's rather unique in the industry. The next thing you talk about is reimbursement. You know, let's keep it simple for today's little exercise and just say it's a restaurant, right? You know, if your guest sees a roach or a rat, you know, what are we willing to do as a company, right? We're going to take all that worry away from them, right? We're going to say whatever the check was for those guests at that time, we're going to pick that tab up for them. And at the same time, we're going to invite them back into the restaurant with an apology letter from us, which is really, really cool, right? So those are kind of two of the real basic pieces of the guarantee. And the one where you really hammer it home to cover this, you know, this adversity to change, that they're not comfortable with change and they don't really know what's going to happen. Does it make sense to move to somebody else? Is our money back guarantee, the total money back guarantee. Basically what it says, when you peel the onion back, they pay their bill on time, they complete the sanitation request that we share with them, you know, that true partnership we're trying to build. You can simply say to them at the end, look, after 60 days, if you aren't completely satisfied with the service and the results that service provides you, you can do something with us that's unheard of in the industry. We will give you all your money back. We will continue to service you for another 60 days. And if at the end of that 60 days you're not completely satisfied with the service or the results that service renders, you can do something really crazy. We're going to give you all your money back and let you bring the other company, let you bring Ecolab back in. So what we're trying to tell you is that we are so confident in our service and the work that our folks provide. You know, the picture I showed you, Sean, the technician that'll be here doing the work for you, we're so confident in what he's doing that we're willing to put all our chips in, guaranteed completely, tell you if you're not completely satisfied with the service or the results that service renders, we're going to do something unheard of. We're going to give you all your money back. I mean, who's willing to do that? Now, isn't that the kind of company you think you want to do business with? Now, the only thing I have to share with you folks is just the cost and the breakdown and some of the financial impact associated with the solutions that we talked about earlier. Does that make some sense? So why don't we go into that? Ready? Let's do that. So that's kind of a simple little role play. You know, tweak it however you want, make it your own, but realize that when we go into these customers, particularly in these creative appointments that you go into 80, 85% of the time, it's in the back of their mind. They may not voice it, they may not say it, but it's better for you to control it and own it, push it out there. Tell them we get it. Orkin figured out a long time ago it's difficult to change vendors, so we just figured, you know what, let's just make it super duper easy. Let's just take it away. Let's take all that risk away. Tell them, look, you got somebody else, we understand it, you may have some level of satisfaction, come with us. If you're not happy, if you're not completely satisfied, we'll give you all your money back. You can bring the other folks back in. It's truly that simple. Also think about spinning that guarantee when the customer says to you, you know what, I really like what you got to say, Sean, but I'm going to give the other guys 60 days to fix it, right? You've heard that before, right? You know, I'm going to give my other vendor, I owe it to him. And what you want to say at that point in time is really, Steve, do you have that opportunity? Are you willing to risk that, you know, with the way that iPhones work these days? Everybody's a movie studio, right? Do you really want to take a risk of running that? They don't deserve that second chance. Give me that second chance. If it doesn't work, we'll give you all the money back, and we'll give you the money to pay to bring them back in to give them that second chance at that time. So why don't we just go ahead and move forward with us? So really 2 spins, overcoming status quo, and then beating down that I'm going to give the other vendor, you know, another 30 or 60 days, whatever stuff they tell you, right? I mean, it happens all the time, right? That's how you can defeat it with your triple guarantee. So it's not so much the context, it's how you spin it. So get comfortable with it, practice, 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 and that's all I got today. Keep rocking it. You guys are killing it, really doing a good job. I'm going to get out of here. We're going to get back into the studio with Jody, and we'll take it from there. So I want to thank you all for your time. Keep after it.
Thanks, Ed.
Awesome.